usual. Just give me a minute or two until I can start monitoring things over my own computer. Just need to make sure it's out really. So the first thing that should happen is I should actually get an email to say Neil Clark is now live on YouTube, which I am, of course. Live. Let's see if we're there. There we are, we're there, okay. So I'll just bring that up. And of course I think what I found really strange, are we here? We're here with a live chat. That's good. Except I can't see it once I've put it down, which is a pest. Anyway, okay. So it's 1:15 p.m. on Wednesday, the 27th of November 2024, and we're a wee bit early with a live stream. The last one we did was at the start of November, but things are getting a little bit busy, and if I aim to do it at the start of December, which is next week, it might never happen, so we're just getting it in just now. So not much to update you with. This live stream will be left open for everyone, and just a couple of updates for you really. The first one was I was 60 2 weeks ago, and I'm not going to have any more birthdays. I think I'll just leave it at 60, and that'll do. The competing season, I think we can safely say that the solo competing season is finished. The band season is also finished, but we had 3 competitors in for the Caritas competition at George Watson's College in Edinburgh just there on Sunday. 2 in for the ground and first variation, and 1 in for the full Pibroch. So they did very, very well indeed. We had a winner. Robbie won the ground and first variation competition, and he was 5th in that last year. And Lauren, on her first competition ever, never mind first Pibroch competition, managed to win a 5th place. Finlay was in the group 1 up. He played the full Pibroch, played very well, but didn't actually manage to get anything on this occasion. However, we'll be working on that. So competing wise, I believe that the next for the juniors, those under 18, will be the National Piping Centre competition. So that's in February at some point, and I think that's Pibroch, March, Strathspey and Rio, and it may well be full already. I know the under 18s was full very, very quick indeed. So we'll be there. I'll be through for that one. It's always a very, very good competition. So that's pretty much us. So it's all work now towards next year. It's quite a busy time coming up. We did a St Andrew's night, St Andrew's Day for Falkirk Blind Club yesterday as Glenbervie, and it's always great. On Saturday, which is St Andrew's Day itself, we will be first of all as Glenbervie at an old folks home, and then we've got something else happening which is it's going to be good. It might not be the best music because we've not practiced for about 30 years, but I used to play with a folk band which we called ourselves the White Heather Tubes, and we're all getting on a bit. I think I'm the youngest at 60, and we want to do one more gig before we peg it or just aren't capable of playing anymore. So this Saturday, St Andrew's night, this Saturday 9 o'clock at a local pub called the Stables Bar. In our day it was called the Dykes. It's now called the Stables Bar in Stenhousemuir. And I think it's pretty full already. It's not ticketed, it's free. Come along if you want. So let's have a look at what's happening on the YouTube channel. I'm pleased to say that we do have more members. What I'm going to talk about next really is only accessible to you if you're a channel member. So you need to sign up for that. It's reasonably cheap. You can cancel at any time if you sign up and you don't fancy it, or you've seen it all in fact. You can just cancel your subscription. But we have just finished the Green Book, the National Piping Centre Green Book, which was the College of Piping Green Book. But the National Piping Centre sort of realised that this format that it's in now, that was the way forward. So it's the most popular book in the world. And we have popular teaching book in the world. We have covered everything in the book. What we did there, just finishing this week, was there's exercises in the book, and we've done that. We've listed them individually, so that if you want to exercise perhaps your doublings, for example, then we have a video which addresses these, just purely exercises. I don't even speak during them, purely exercises. So that was really what took us so long, because I think there's 16 exercises in each section. So that is this done. The only thing that we might do eventually, but I don't really think this is what this book's about, is we might put the tunes onto pipes and record that. Now, we did that once upon a time already. I stood and I played every tune from the Green Book in one video, just for fun, basically. But we might stick pipe recordings in this series. So if you want to learn the bagpipes with Falkirk Piping, because I think that's what we called it, then become a channel member, please, and buy the book. Don't forget, you have to buy the book. I don't hand out music, because that would, well, I'd never be finished, but I would also be breaching copyright if I did that. But buy the book and learn with us if you want. The other thing that we did, and I just finished that about 2 hours ago, is Craig Muirhead has this book out. It's called Arranged for Christmas, and it's not a bad book. It's very good. I think there's about 28 or so tunes in there, and what Craig's done is he's got the notation for all of that, all of the pipe notation, but he's also got some notation for other instruments as well. I've not done that. I've only done the pipe notation. I had great fun doing a 5-minute 12 Days of Christmas just half an hour ago there. And we will be releasing these. They're in the members section just now. That's the other thing that you get if you're a member, is we tend to load up about 10 tunes per week, and they'll stay in the members section until I'm ready to release them to the public. So we try to do one a day. Anyway, this is what we've done, and we will be releasing one tune per day from this book for about the next 26, 25 days or so. Usually we would save things like that until December, but what we're trying to do is get people to buy the book. So we want to give you a chance to do that before Christmas. So we're getting the tunes out there just now. A couple that were new to me. Christmas has actually always been a big part of our thing with Glen Bervie, the folk group, but there's a couple of tunes new. So back to the members section again then. What will we do after we've done the Green Book? Well, it's a natural progression. After the Green Book, we're going to be moving to the National Piping Centre Tutor Book 2. Now, this is really the transition to bagpipes book. I do feel that some of it is less relevant now than it perhaps was when it was first brought out. So we'll go through the book. Again, you'll have to buy the book. You also have to become a channel member to see what we're doing. And it talks you through basically everything from your choice of bagpipes to bagpipe maintenance, stuff like stitching a sheepskin bag together. We probably won't be covering that because, let's be honest, who does that now apart from bagpipe sheepskin bag makers? Nobody does that really. And if you do it, you can make a video and I'll watch your video. So stuff like that, actually stitching the sheepskin bag together. Using tuners, well, yes, there's a time and a place for using tuners, but I don't really think an individual piper should rely on a tuner so much. So we'll touch on that and we'll go through this book, and then there's a book 3 after that, and then I believe we're into Pembroke we'll see, we'll make our mind nearer the time. Now, because we do have quite a lot on over the Christmas period, usually what I've done with the Green Book is I've recorded about 4 lessons per week. It might be a few weeks before we actually start on this because we've got other stuff to be going on with in the meantime. And the other thing I wanted to do with the Green Book was I felt that the members didn't really have enough which was exclusively for them in the members area. And that was the big drive for the Green Book. And now the members area is actually quite healthy with members videos only, but we'll build on that. So, still carrying on, now we announced this before, and this is the regimental collection that we are concentrating on just now. It's the Queen's Own Cameron Highlanders of Canada, and I was actually quite surprised, but certainly very, very pleased to get an email from the Pipe Major of the Queen's Own Cameron Highlanders saying thanks very much for putting our stuff on. So we'll continue to do that, and I would hope to be finished this book certainly next year at some point. It's not quite as full as perhaps the Guards books, and what's quite nice about it as well, because there's a Canadian take on it, there's a lot of tunes which are more certainly written in Canada, but we don't necessarily play in Scotland. So hopefully there's tunes in here that will be of use to you. Again, you have to buy the book. The tunes will be there and they will be played as written in the book, but you will have to actually buy the book. And lastly, almost lastly, is I found that when I was doing the regimental collections before, not so much with Scots Guards 1 and 2, but certainly after that, I found you began to get bogged down a little. Once you'd done 6-8 March number 43, you got a bit fed up. So what we're doing is we're interspersing it with Terry Tully book 1, because there's some really good stuff in Terry Tully's book. So we'll be interspersing that. As usual, we will have charity appeals for our 2 charities, which are Parkinson's UK and Maggie's Forth Valley, on each video that we churn out. And our Just Giving link is in the video details below. One of these days I'll maybe manage to get something that says press here to donate, but the donations are trickling in, and thanks very much to everyone who does donate to the charities. The charities again are Parkinson's UK and Maggie's Forth Valley. So looking forward, next year, quite a lot of stuff coming in already, and it's always good to see that, to see a year building up to be busy. So a Hug My Nae job, just a local pub job, and then we're into Burns Nights. So we have 3 Burns events so far. We are open to more, and I'll tell you that just now. What we do now is we work, or we teach 3 weeks on, and then we take a week off. And the week off isn't a week holiday, it's a week where I don't teach. So for this year, for example, that week off is actually Burns week, so we'll probably be playing that week. In February, I've been invited down to a private Pibroch weekend, where I'll be teaching 4 or perhaps more individuals in South England. In August, really happy that we have been invited back to Odenwald in Germany at 23rd of August, which I think means we'll miss Strathardo Games this year. In June, we're playing down in Yorkshire, and I'm aiming to try and compete round the games this year as well. I'm not taking a grade, I'll just turn up at the games and annoy everyone. And that's pretty much us. So I'm looking forward to 2025, my first piping year in my 60s. And again, thanks for being with us. We'll probably see you mid-December or so, and we'll give you a better idea about what we're getting up to. But in the meantime, thanks very much for supporting us. Please consider becoming a channel member. It really does go a long way to helping us be able to sit and make these videos, and just generally thank you for your support.